If Yellowstone were a living being, West Thumb would be its heartbeat. Quiet, deep, and eternal. It doesn't roar like Old Faithful or tower like the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone. It whispers, it breathes, it hums beneath your feet, waiting for those who know how to listen. West Thumb Geyser Basin lies on the western edge of Yellowstone Lake, one of the largest high-elevation lakes in the world, sitting at over 2,300 meters above sea level. But this serene, mirror-like body of water hides an ancient secret. It was born of fire. Around 150,000 years ago, a violent hydrothermal explosion carved this western thumb into the lake. A caldera within a caldera, the child of Yellowstone's restless heart. Standing there today, it's hard to imagine such destruction. The water is still. The pines sway softly. And yet, beneath that stillness, the same supervolcano that shaped the entire park continues to pulse, feeding more than 10,000 thermal features, more than anywhere else on Earth. West Thumb is smaller than the Great Upper Geyser Basin, but it's more intimate, like a secret kept between the earth and the sky. It's where fire sleeps beneath water, and together they dream. As you step onto the boardwalk, the world shifts. You leave behind the forest's shade and enter a land of color and steam. To your left, the lake stretches into infinity, pale blue, cold, and impossibly vast. To your right, the ground sizzles with color, ochre, rust, turquoise, and ivory. The air smells faintly of sulfur, like a struck match, a reminder that the earth is still cooking something below. Each pool has its own soul. Abyss Pool, nearly 16 meters deep, shimmers in an impossible shade of indigo. It's so clear you can see straight into its throat, yet so deep that light fades to darkness halfway down. Its temperature hovers near boiling, about 90 degrees Celsius, and its surface ripples gently, as if exhaling secrets. Bluebell Pool glows like liquid sky, bordered by golden bacterial mats that radiate warmth. Microorganisms thrive in these extreme conditions, painting the ground in shades that no artist could invent. The orange halos are made by thermophiles that live in cooler edges, while the center remains sterile, too hot for life, a perfect, burning void. And then, there's the fishing cone, perhaps West Thumb's most legendary feature. In the late 1800s, early visitors discovered that you could stand on the lake's edge, cast your line into the cold waters of Yellowstone Lake, reel in a trout, and then, without taking a step, dip it into the boiling cone to cook it instantly. Fishing and cooking in one motion, they said. The image became iconic, a symbol of Yellowstone's wild eccentricity, though today, cooking fish in geysers is thankfully forbidden. Walking through the basin, you feel suspended between two worlds, one frozen in time, the other forever in motion. Beneath the boardwalk, the earth breathes in steam, hissing, gurgling, whispering in languages older than humanity. The colors change as the light does. In the morning, they are soft and milky. By midday, they blaze. In the afternoon, they cool into pastels reflected on the lake's surface, where clouds drift like brushstrokes across an endless canvas. It's a painter's dream, a geologist's wonder. What makes West Thumb so alive is not what you see, it's what you don't. Beneath your feet lies an entire world of magma-heated water channels, circulating through cracks in the rock, constantly reheating and re-emerging through vents and pools. The temperature difference between the hot springs and the lake, which can drop below freezing in winter, is extreme, and yet the balance holds. Yellowstone Lake itself lies inside the greater Yellowstone caldera, one of the largest active volcanic systems on the planet. Every few thousand years, a part of it explodes in hydrothermal eruptions, reshaping the shoreline. In geological terms, West Thumb is young, fragile even, a wound still healing from fire. Standing on the boardwalk, you can't help but feel both awe and humility. The crust you walk on might be only a few centimeters thick in places. Beneath it, boiling water waits under immense pressure. One shift, one collapse, one breath too many, and it could burst to the surface in an instant. And yet, everything here continues, quietly, rhythmically, as if Earth has learned to balance its own madness. The lake itself is a character in this story. It's vast, nearly 32 kilometers long, 22 kilometers wide, and over 120 meters deep in places. In winter, it freezes into a sheet of shimmering ice, In summer, it mirrors the clouds and mountains, catching every flicker of light. But beneath its calm surface lies a network of underwater geysers and hot springs, entire thermal basins invisible to the naked eye. Divers have explored them, discovering vents that release streams of heat and gas into the frigid depths. The result is an underwater wonderland where bubbles rise like pearls through the dark water. The juxtaposition is striking, boiling heat beneath ice-cold water, fire and frost coexisting, not in conflict, but in balance. It's as if the lake and the geysers are in conversation, one cooling, one burning, yet both part of the same breath. If you arrive early in the morning, when mist curls above the lake and the first light touches the steam, you'll understand what the word sacred really means. It's not a temple or a prayer. It's that fleeting moment when nature and silence agree to exist together. West Thumb is not just a geyser basin. It's a dialogue between time and transformation, between what burns and what cools. It's a reminder that the earth is not finished yet. It's still composing, still experimenting, still breathing. And maybe that's why standing there feels so intimate, because deep down, we too are like that basin, forged by pressure, colored by experience, quietly alive beneath the surface.